Because I'm going to do sometime. No, no. No, we won't. All right. Woo! Yes, that was the song I came on to. It's called Magic. It comes on every time, but you guys just don't hear it. All right, so, a lot of things have been coming out this week. My name is Sunda Kroonquist. I'm the host of this Madhouse. I'll introduce everyone later on, because if I don't get my words out now, I won't remember them. And I've noticed that things have really changed, and I want to begin this joke, not joke, but just say this, that I don't support domestic violence in any way, shape, or form. But if my mom had kicked my dad's ass, what could I do? All right, so no, that's a joke. But I don't support it when it comes to the lot of things we've seen over the past few weeks, months, years, and now with that the revelation of the new Sean Combs tape. Sean Combs has once again changed his name, but after the tape was revealed, he had to change it to from P Diddy to P Titty. That's right, because now he's got boobs. All right, you guys are laughing at Rick Ross. Don't do that. Don't do that, because he's coming in. All right, he's coming in. He's got them. He's like, come on, girl. She could have outran him. All she had to do was roll. Because he looked like Uncle Remus with cotton underneath here in his kitchens, talking about, get over here, girl, wait a minute, you made my ankle hurt me. I go to old Arthur. I got old Arthur, but that's okay. All right, you guys are at the Comedy Store, and they killed. All right, that's okay. I have to keep remembering it. Somebody said to me, so-and-so said that was a really good joke. I was like, that's my joke. And I didn't write it, just because I'm the president of the committee, and I could tell you that he beat me in the committee. And I once had a very popular comedian say that when I got off stage. He said, ladies and gentlemen, look at Sunda Kroonquist. She has nothing up there. That's the words I'm using for the kids that are watching. He says, absolutely nothing. And then you don't do that to the MC, because I remember saying, and the black Marilyn Monroe, because when you say that about a man who has boobs like that, I have nothing against man boobs. Well, I have nothing against them, it's only not against mine, and it's only not against implants, because men are getting pec implants. Men are getting calf implants. You know what? It's just like too much to be like women. And now I've got white women driving me crazy. I've got a woman outside. You know what she calls me? She calls me nigger every day of the week, twice on Sunday. She's like, you nigger, you black nigger. That's what she says, taking all our white men. That's what she said to me. And I'm thinking, it's white women stealing our culture as black women, all right? You used to make fun of us having black asses, and now you're buying our black asses. You made fun of our big liver lips. Now you're buying our big liver lips. And now what's next? You're going to take our white men? Black women will kick your ass, leave our fur coats and white men alone. And black men, stop rolling your eyes at us when you with them white girls. You got a white girl on your shoulder, blonde hair, and her boobs are fake and mine are real, because I can prove it. You don't have pancakes like these except on Sunday. Did I say that? They're pancakes. At one point they weren't, because I breastfed. And I tell you what, your whole prayer changes. When you breastfeed, you say, oh, Lord, if you let these things go down, I promise to never ask for no titties again. I just want to sleep on my stomach. That's all I want to do is sleep on my stomach. You can't go from an A to a D. A D. And they were so big. And it's amazing because they have these things like all around so people don't know what you're doing. Like it's a dirty thing. Like it's filthy. Like I'm giving a freaking blowjob on a plane. All right? They had somebody hold up a blanket around me like I was changing. It's not like I shit myself. When I did that, I blamed it on the little girl next to me. I would never blame myself. It's like babysitting for my cousins when I was young. Peed on one of them. I was like, look what you did. She was like, my pajamas are dry. I was like, see? You peed in the bed? That's when you drink too much. I've seen that. It's true. You will pee if you drink too much, okay? You will. So don't be careful with them colleges. When you do colleges, y'all, please. Man, I had this boy trying to pick me up and take him. He's old enough to be my son at the time, probably my grandson. He was like, no, like, I really like older women, you know? And he's doing his talk thing. And he's buying me these. He's like, you want another ski? Another ski? I thought, so I'm like, ski, blow, no. He said to me, no, brewski. Like, beer? You want me to give me a beer? That's one thing, but a ski in my mouth? I said, honey, you can't do that anymore. You die. It kills you nowadays. It's not like when I was young. He's like, it's the skis are. So, like, white people love beer. My mother taught me something. It's really hard when you have a black mother who gives you advice on white people, and you don't want to take her advice because she married a white man. How can you take her advice? But she told me, you have to watch white. What she would tell me? She would say, you have to watch out, honey, because white people get drunk on beer. And it's the truth. I've seen a lot of drunk people on beer. Have you ever seen, like, worse as a beer drunk? Why? And let me tell you something. Nobody can take the word liquor and change it like black people, because they'll be like, I smelled that liquor up on her. Heifer came up in here smelling like liquor. Nah. Tell you right now, she ain't nothing but a line of grunt. I don't know what a line of grunt is, but it must be pretty close to a hooah. And that's what my mother said you would be if you had chipped nail polish. I don't know what that meant. But these are the little, in Yiddish you say Bubbameisters, but what would you call it, like urban legends? I heard about urban legends. I heard about Jefferson Township, New Jersey, about your urban legend, about the satanic kids in the Catholic school. I taught it was an urban legend until I saw Sister Philomena from my high school on that show. Have you seen it? Let the Devil In. Everybody should watch it. No, watch me first. On Prime Video, you can see me on, it's called Sunday Live from Hollywood. But you also have to watch Sister Philomena because she's a very pious woman. She's very holy. And she was my nun when I went to school. And I heard her voice. I said to my husband, Sister Philomena, it's my nun. He said, you don't know every nun. Maybe I fucking do. Okay, maybe I do. Because she's on the show. This bitch is making money and getting residuals. And she's a nun. None of this, none of that. You know what I'm saying? And she's making bank. Because she saw dead people, too. With red eyes and shit. And if Sister Philomena said it, it's true. It's so true. So they were showing where the satanic death cults were and where they stay away from. And ironically, they stayed away from Patterson, Trenton, Camden, and Newark. That's what niggas thought. We ain't going to be dealing with that. We can't drink goat's blood like that. Warm and fresh out the goat. Talking about me. Yo. Especially white boys, right? To be like, yo, Keyshawn, come on, dude. First, cut your finger, right? Keyshawn's like, well, I get keloids. Okay, but dude, we're going to be blood brothers. And Keyshawn's like, well, can I get AIDS because you're white? And then the white guy, the black guy should be like, no, can I catch it from you because you're black? Because that's how stupid people are. They don't know. It's like, can you imagine the things they hear, like Jews have horns under their head? Like coming out of their head? And then I'm looking, and these aren't horns, they're cornrows. Did I say cornrow? Can I say cornrow, Winnie? Everything gets you in trouble. You can't say everything. My bird was missing, and somebody said to me, bird in the hand's worth two in the bush. And I was like, leave my stuff out of this. All right, because you know what the guys want. They always want you to touch theirs and shave yours. And I'm thinking, shave your cojones and leave mine out of this. And why don't you do yours for once? That's right, ladies. For once, ask them to be the one to do it. But I did it once, and I got this nice necklace. Thanks. And I got to tell you, it wasn't what it's cut out to be. Because in the beginning, I was like, I was Miss Sexy. I was Miss Silky. The next morning, I was Miss Scritchy Scratchy. I was like, whoa! Left my rings home. I'm a prop comic. I can't do it. And I was on the train in New York, and they were like, who's holding up these train doors? And I was like, I got it. It's just something that we should make men do. Like the other thing, my husband would say, people think, you're cute and sexy shaking that ass up there, but in bed, you're really boring. About me! I said, you want to do something spicy? He said, yeah. I said, like, from behind? And he said, yeah. And I told him, bend over. Because, for once, I want to be the one that said it slipped. I'm sorry, just ahead. Here's what I'm saying. We have to get a show started here. We do wonderful things here. On your schedule, I work with you 4 times, but you must come here 4 times and go up. And then we have a showcase of comedians, which is great. We have Dustin Chafin from Manhattan. He's with the Right Club. And that's my husband who only makes noise when I talk. If I was silent, he would never do that. When I'm not talking, you don't hear a word. When I'm talking, you hear everything. I was showing my husband something real quick on a stand-up show. I was showing him something on my phone, the little documentary they did on me. He starts looking at somebody else's shit in the middle of it. Okay? Loses it completely. Because you know me, I'm hysterical. Ah! I'm calling Jennifer, I lost my mail. She's like, you can't lose it. It's in the phone. So I forgot where I was going like this, but this is a great place to be because it brings the world together where you will hear people say, is this a black room? Every time I come, there's all black people, and I say, I'm black. To some people. Remember this: black don't crack, half white just might. Keep your sunblock near you. Cheek to cheek. I'm in love with the guy that sings Lady in Red, and I'm embarrassed to admit it. Have you ever heard the song? It's one of the most beautiful songs. Have you ever seen him sing it? Don't worry. Don't look. Don't ruin the video. Don't ruin the image when he. No. Oh my God. I didn't know he was like 4'9". So you know what happened? He got into a fight with his wife, and instead of him complaining about the American Express card, he wrote a song for her. My husband never wrote a song for me. Yesterday, you know how it went? I should have shopped around. Do-do-do-do-do. 'Cause this Negro's too expensive. I didn't know she would. All right, because I'm the new black meat. I make believe I'm Persian when I'm shopping so I can shop and return it the next day. Oh, that's racist. And they would never say anything about me. All right, I'm going to get in so much trouble for that P. Titty joke. I wrote it right here, P. Titty. P. Titty, that's right. Someone's going to do it. But I love to bring up new comedians, and I'm really fascinated by the talent that this young lady has to offer, not only in the world of social media, where so many people are being developed. And if you're being developed, you really need to get your social media going because you need to be seen. Let's give it up for the one and only social media queen from Divine, the one and only Jennifer Flores.
I know. Thanks so much, guys. Yeah, super colorful today. We had my last day of school. I work with kids. Yeah, I work with kids. So we had our last little festive day, and they told us hey, for tomorrow. They were telling us yesterday, sorry, I'm trying not to show my logo. They're like, tomorrow, can you guys wear PJs? They wanted us to wear pajamas, and I was like, why? They're like, for the kids. I'm like, okay, are the kids gonna get excited? All of a sudden now that we're wearing pajamas, okay, fine. And so I was wearing them, but then I had to stop at a store before going out, and I'm like, I don't want to go outside. There's this thing with, no, I didn't want to go outside my car because there's this thing with Latinos and wearing pajamas outside. I don't know why. The youth do it. I see kids going to school with pajama pants. I've seen grown adults be at the gym with their pajama pants on, and it's really just Latinos for real, and I just hate that. And I'm like, so for me, I'm like, okay, I know I'm festive with the school, but to everybody else, you're gonna be just another girl who doesn't care. I really think it looks bummy. So yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm still festive though. I'm really looking forward to this break I'm gonna have, because working with kids is no joke sometimes. It's fake serious, right? But at the same time, no, not really. We just, me and my coworkers just passed around a buzz ball and a joint after work right now. They, for real. So, it's kind of yeah, give it up for me. But also, you never know who's really working with kids. You really don't. You really don't. So, I really am looking forward to this break. These kids are crazy sometimes. Today I broke up a fight. Yeah, with second graders. And then, but they're so silly because, they'll fight, throw hands. And then the next minute, they're 6'7", together with each other, sharing each other's lunch and smacking each other on the butt. I'm like, okay, so, why are you wrestling him? Why are you guys on the floor right now? Punching him, and I know you're going to be friends, in 2 seconds. So I'm not looking forward to, I'm not looking forward to seeing them for a minute. I really am not. It's just a lot sometimes. They're so crazy. They're just a lot sometimes. And every time I see them, it's kind of a reinforcement, I don't want kids right now. I'm so glad I don't have kids right now. Because it's I can't imagine, dealing with these kids and the crazy stuff that happens on a day-to-day, and then having to go home and having to worry about feeding my kid and stuff like that. Come on in. Come on in. We love new people. Hey. Hello, give it up, give it up, give it up. Yes. This is an interesting, okay. Very interesting. All right, so let's see where I'm gonna go with this. All right, so one thing that holds me together at work is Twitter. I really like Twitter. I feel like Twitter is our modern, if we were in Greece, that would be our Coliseum. That's where we exchange thoughts and stuff like that. And I feel Twitter has some certified bangers. there's certain tweets in my head that just keep me going. One tweet recently was like, young hoes cook everything on high. Like that, it just echoes to me every single time I'm cooking. Young hoes cook everything on high. Okay, let me turn the burner down a little bit. Like I am in a rush, but you know what? Let me turn the burner down a little bit. I don't need to have it on 7. Let me take it at 3. And I feel like if I would have seen that a couple years ago, I would have saved myself a lot of burnt, food. Because I was a young hoe at one point, and I did that burner was on high. I'm telling you, it was on high. And like that just comes with like being a kid, I guess. Like my mom was never like, she was a great cook. She was a great cook. Like I'm telling you, I stopped eating meat in a Mexican household. You know how big that is to stop eating meat? But she was adapting like food for me. Like she's great. Like she makes me vegan dishes. It's great. I mean, I eat like seafood, but yeah. So cooking, like I would ask her how to make certain things. She'd tell me, but like my flavor profile was non-existent. So everything was Cajun. Cajun eggs, Cajun potatoes, Cajun broccoli, Cajun everything, to the point where my ex at the time, she was like, maybe we should taste the vegetable, because right now I'm not tasting carrot. I'm just tasting Cajun garlic, onion powder, whatever. I'm like, you're right. So, like that's a really good tweet. Like, young hoes cook everything on high. I'm sure we've saved a lot of gas bills over the last month. Another tweet is, bitches be like, Dubai or Puerto Rico for my birthday and end up sucking dick in the Bronx. And it's true, because you have those friends out there that be like, should I go to Japan next week? And it's like, girl, you're not gonna go to Japan next week. But I'll be like, yeah, go. Like, why not? Yeah, you should go. Like, let's see if it'll happen. And so I was talking to my friends like 3 years ago, and we were in Miami for Rolling Loud. And I'm like, I don't know how, but like I want to go to Puerto Rico. And I seen that tweet, and I was like, fuck, I can't just be like that girl talking about some Puerto Rico. And then I end up still in Queens. Like, I'm not sucking no dick, but like I will be in Queens just like alone and sad. So I made it happen. Like, that's a tweet that's like, yeah, I'm motivated. Keep me going. My last tweet was, men should start their life in jail and prove their way out. Yes. Yeah, it's not bullshit. It's not. There's too many news articles to prove why. Come on now. The news is free. There's too many news articles out here to prove why. But so I think it's a little funny, because I'm like, you could have certain people like out here, like, I mean, let's see. There was nobody to. Aaron is our Film Actors Cafe director. Love him. He's a great personality. I feel like Aaron probably would get let out early, because they'd probably mistake him for being gay. And so he would get let out, or just like for being like sick. They'd be like, maybe Aaron, like, let's give him leeway. So he would coast on that. Mark, I feel like Mark would open his mouth, and then they'd be like, you know what, no, you're not ready yet. So, that's just a little fun tweet, little joke I had going on. I really do like being here. I'm not an official comic, I wouldn't say. I do like to just come up here and dabble. But I do, my real passion is social media. You can check out my page, Divine World, Divinee World, if you ever need any consultations. Because that's just like my resume. I love curating my profile, and I feel like that's where I would come in to help anybody else, because it's really important that nowadays some people are just like, yeah, just give me your Instagram. And they'll look through your stuff and be like, okay, yes or no. Like, this person has it, this person doesn't. So first impressions mean a lot of things. I hope that I gave you guys a good one. I'm going to call up our host, the one lovely, talented Sunda. Thank you.
Everybody clutching their pearls now. They're like, yeah. Oh, she always does a good job talking about, I don't have anything funny. Oh, my God, thank you so much. Okay. That's so funny, because you know what? It's just so funny. Life is just so funny the way it goes around. Because all we are is dust in the wind. Only for the moment, and the moment's gone. Can you imagine? It used to be coke in the wind. And if it was, I'd find every grain. Now I can't see shit. I can't see anything, but I could find a piece in the corner by the sink on the floor. And you know something? I got to tell you, when you guys are out here, and it's not like I'm giving you a lesson, but there's so many comedians here. Is there somebody outside? There's so many comedians out here who go up for jobs in acting, and they start with, I don't know what happened. I tried. Well, because you tried too hard to memorize your set in terms of acting, as opposed to, look what we do, the freedom we have as comedians to be up here, to do what we want to do, to be free. Acting is a little different. You still have your freedom, but you have to act where people are so concentrated on memorization. I'm going to introduce to you the director of the Film Actors Cafe, who shows you and brings a new method for you. A round of applause. The one and only Aaron McIntyre is here.
Oh, hey, girl.
You've been pimping me.
Hey, girl, yeah. God, I feel comfortable. So comfortable. Because usually it's a bunch of white people in here. Yeah. I'm pretty racist. Pretty racist guy. I have one particular race that I hate almost all of them, the human race. That's the one that I have a problem with. I always wanted to be black. I did because you guys wear the cool clothes. You know, I mean, you can wear anything. You know, I mean, you could wear anything. You could walk into the bathroom. This dude looks like he's going out to dinner. He's getting ready for dinner. The pajama pants, I could never wear the pajama pants. Cause you're right. Everybody thinks I'm gay. You know, I'm not gay. I've only been with 3 guys. And it did not go well. Okay, nothing. You know, I tried. You know, I mean, I'm a people pleaser. So I mean, I felt sorry for the guys. And I thought, I can help them out. But no, the biology does not work. Biology just doesn't happen. And something. Old hoes cook things on low. So I got to keep fucking cranking up the heat, because I was married for 18 years. Yeah, thank you. It was like hell. It was like going through a war. No, it wasn't. I think my ex-wife was I think she was just a very unhappy woman with me. She's just very unhappy with me, which is, kind of understandable. I've often said that I'm really easy to live around, but I'm really terrible to live with. You just can't live with me. You can live around me. I'm really good that way. I'll stay out of your way, let you do whatever you want. Lived up in Berkeley. Moved down here from Berkeley, California, the whitest place on the planet. And the most politically correct as well. And I just couldn't stand it. They called all of the homeless people outdoorsmen. Which is really crazy. They go to city council meetings to save a tree with branches on their hair, and they're all dancing, and whoa, and we're coming out to save the trees. It's like, they're fucking nuts. So when I moved down here, I moved to Crenshaw because I didn't want to be around those white people. And I gotta say, I was there for 3 weeks before I saw my first white person because I looked in the mirror. And I was very at home there, but it is kind of it was like a food desert. You can't there's nothing there. There's except for Taco Bell and Burger King and, Chick-fil-A and all that shit. Lots of check cashing places. And the liquor stores. Oh yeah, liquor stores. I didn't even mention them because they're so, it's like every place, oh, do I go to this one or this one? I'm mentally ill, which is a source of pride. Anybody else mentally ill in here? See, mentally ill. Everybody should be raising your hand right now. Come on, we all got something. We all got something. You're bipolar. Raise both hands. You should get certified. I'm telling you, man, you got to get a certificate because you can get away with anything. It's like, I ran a red light one time. They got a picture of me going like that, looking out like that because I ran the red light and they had the camera, And I just went in and I said, I thought that someone was trying to shoot me. I saw these flashes. And that was, that came in handy. It comes in handy sometimes to be, yeah. Well, I'm a good liar. That comes from, I am bipolar. That's why one of the biggest things I learned from being bipolar is that probably everybody is just as much of an asshole as I am. Because, you can really see a lot, When you're up, you're feeling great. You come into a party and you're like, hey, man, how's it going? God, it's been a really great week. I've done all kinds of stuff. And people tend to shy away from that, and then you start to come down a little bit, and then you start to get a little normal, and people are like, okay, maybe he's not so crazy. Maybe he's okay. And then you just continue down this hill until you're in a puddle on the floor with a blanket over your head going, please, God, take me. They don't like that either. It's not good for parties. So I learned a lot about that because when I was really manic, I couldn't understand how I could ever have possibly ever been depressed. How could I have ever been depressed? Life is so wonderful. Look at these ceiling tiles. How many people did it take to make these? And then when I was depressed, I could not understand how I ever could have had a will to live. And that, a lot of people are like, well, that's good days and bad. No, that's 6 months. It's 6 months and 6 months, and you got a half a year where you're feeling great and a half a year where you're not. Get a lot of shit done, and then destroy it all in the next 6 months. Destroy everything that you've made in the first 6 months. So it's kind of an endless cycle that just goes around and round and round. And now everything's great. I'm medicated. I am coursing through my veins. Is 250 milligrams a day of Lamictal. Yeah, 250 megs, baby. I found my cocktail. That worked. Okay. Yeah. But because I'm medicated now, so the highs and lows are still there, but it's just every day. It's just every day. You go up and down, wake up in a good mood, and 10 minutes later, the coffee spills and your whole day is ruined. And until noon, and then you have a little dill pickle and everything's fine. So it's a lot of fun. Life is a lot of fun. I am getting close to being done, though. I gotta say, I think I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Yeah, I've seen the war-torn hills of Berkeley, and because we're all living in a hellhole now, aren't we? Every place is it's a hellhole. Yeah. Yay! All right, there you go. Yeah. See now, and that's almost like the Berlin Wall between Berkeley and Oakland. Am I right, man? It's like the Berlin Wall. You got. Yeah, because the people in Berkeley are all, woo, let's go. I guess they're West Germany. And then Oakland, you go into that's hardcore, man. It's a whole different, it's a whole different world. Yeah. A light. What's that light mean? What's that about? I know. I was gonna start off saying, do you want to hear about politics, religion, or the package? And I forgot, because I like to talk about my package, because this package is not great, but that one, I've heard. And I have, I did say I was married for 18 years. I haven't been with a woman in a long time. I am having two pretty intense relationships. It's getting a little mixed, little dicey between Alexa and Siri. I asked Siri, so what's this Alexa girl like? And now Siri won't answer any of my questions. And they won't do any of my shit. But yeah, I haven't been in with a real life woman in quite a while, and I don't think I'm going to because I found out I'm the best lover I've ever had. I can take as long or as quick as I need to, you know. If I got a meeting to be to, it's done. Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do have a class here Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. It's an acting class. It's a lot of fun. We do current scripts from current comedy shows. We work on all the stuff that you need to do, and I do have an interesting way of working with knowing the lines so that you don't have to memorize them, which is the thing that gets in the way of most people and is a problem for comedians because comedians always feel like they can say it better than everybody else. And writers write a bunch of shit and then tear half of it away because it's not needed. So you have to learn how to go with what the writers say because it's poetry. Poetry, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aaron McIntyre. You can find me at Aaron McIntyre, AERONMACINTYRE. Or filmactorscafe.com. And now the lovely Sunda Kronquist.
She was the one. Remember when they used to have that song? When you want to find all the cops, how to go again? Walk with an erection. Was that how it goes? I'm terrible. Okay, well, I'm trying to do it. Oh, my God. I don't know if I've hit it, but we are definitely in the presence of the one and only Mr. Conflicted. So he's going to do this for us. Let's do this thing. Going to come up a few minutes? Okay. Here we go.
Okay. All right. Man, look at this crowd right here.
All right. Hey.
Can we focus? Can you put a camera on this crowd? See how big it is?
It's on you, baby.
Oh, my gosh. Damn. I feel like Nick Nolte right now. Remember, anybody seen the movie Don Hart in Beverly Hills? Yeah. You know what I mean? A homeless man and shit. That's what I feel like, a homeless man and shit, you know what I'm saying? Is any rich people in the audience that's gonna, adopt me and take me home and shit? I mean, I'm not gonna fuck your wife or nothing like that. I mean, y'all not into that type of shit, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, I've turned on some pussy, man. You know what I mean? I have. But like my man Aaron was talking about packaging shit, I think my package is all right, though. Because I got it confirmed by some white girls. Yeah, once you get your package confirmed by some white girls, I think your shit is certified. You know what I mean? I think it's certified. You know what I mean? But yeah, I turned on some pussy. I feel like sometimes we gotta test people. You know what I'm saying? Test their love and everything. You know what I mean? And I remember I turned on some pussy once. I was in Vegas. It was right after the pandemic. I was like right in the end of the pandemic. I had that pandemic money, and I got to Vegas. You know what I mean? And I was headed to Vegas. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I want to get there. I want to do that revolving door and shit like that, at the top of the stratosphere. I want to have a nice little dinner with a nice little lady and shit. And the bitch, she stood me up and shit, you know what I mean? But it was cool though, you know what I mean? Because I was downstairs, I was all nice in my Versace and everything, you know what I mean? And I went to the lobby and everything, and I saw this nice little lady. She was looking good. I mean, you could call her a lady or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Lady from the streets. You know what I mean? But I was like, she looked just like Eve. And I'm like, man, let me see what's up with her. And right when I got there, I heard that the Stratosphere had a shooting over there. So my scary ass, I'm on point, like, yo, I got to check out the energy or whatever. So I asked her, I said, look, you know what I'm saying, you want to come kick it with me and everything? She's like, yeah, we could go kick it. So I was like, all right, let me test her. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get a bitch around me that's going to, you know what I'm saying, bring energy to me and shit like that. Next thing you know, I'm locked up, you know what I mean? So I went to the concierge or whatever, the front desk, and I said, look, bro, I took her with me. She was bad, brick house, bad bitch, nice ass, everything. I said, look, bro, do you guys take like EBT card, for the room? He was like, what? What's an EBT card, bro? I said, EBT card. And she like look at me like, is you fucking crazy? And I'm like, I was like, yeah, I just want another EBT card. I'm trying to get a room. And she started having an attitude and all this shit. I'm like, damn, I don't think she's the one for me, man. I can't take her back to the room. So after that, I was like, nah, I can't take her back to the room. She got too much attitude for me, man. So I just left her there. Hey, if you're watching this shit right here, you bad as a motherfucker, girl. You look good. I like your ass. I wanted you, but I was too fucking scared. I don't know if you're going to set me up or, you know what I'm saying, going to get me in trouble with the cops or whatever, you know what I mean? Because that was around that George Floyd type shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm a scary dude, man. I'm not scared to say it. I'm a scary dude. But it helps me. It protects me. You know what I'm saying? My scariness or whatever, you know what I mean? So anyway, she left. Then I went to the slots and I met this chick and she was with it. And she didn't want the money. I took her to the room and, you know what I'm saying? We had good communication. You know what I mean? Yeah, we had good communication. Yeah. You know, I know what they're saying right now. You know, they're probably thinking like, oh, fuck. He's up there. He's in a fucking robe. The Illuminati got his ass. I know that's what they're thinking. Like, they're probably watching this shit thinking like, the fucking Illuminati got his ass. Like the fucking Illuminati got his ass. Look at him, he's in a fucking robe. Oh my gosh, Illuminati got his ass. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Man, when the pandemic hit, man, motherfuckers had too much. When the pandemic hit, motherfuckers had too much time on their fucking hands, bro. I mean, they had too much time on their hands. I had to cut my friend off him. I did, you know what I mean? That was my best friend. I came in the house one day, this motherfucker talking about, hey, look at this video, look at this video. I said, look at this video, look at this video. He's like, Michelle Obama, she's a man. I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? He's like, she's a man, she's a man. He said, look at this right here. He started showing me all this shit. I'm like, bro, Michelle Obama is a woman, bro. Look at all her kids, look exactly like her. No, she's a man. I was like, I showed him, you know, the editing and all the way they did it, AI or whatever. Then he's like, oh my gosh, you're right. I said, yeah, nigga. I cut that motherfucker off right afterwards. I was like, man, if you believe that shit about Michelle Obama, what the fuck you gonna believe about me? I got the fuck up out of there, bro. I'm like, nah. Like a motherfucker on crystal meth and shit. You believe in that shit like he was on crystal meth? I'm like, nah, motherfucker, I'm good. You can't be my homie anymore. But you know what though? I got my own conspiracy theory though. You know, I got a couple conspiracy theories. I think that how many people in here watch football? You watch football? I think that Shannon Sharp is responsible for the New England Patriots dynasty. That's my conspiracy theory. That's one of them, okay? Like, there was a game where Denver beat the shit out of New England. And this motherfucker Shannon Sharp was on the sideline talking about, Mr. President, I want you to come and get send the National Guard for the New England Patriots. We beating the shit out of them. Like, after that, those motherfuckers never look back. Embarrassment will make a motherfucker either go up or go down. He embarrassed the shit out of New England Patriots. Ever since then, man, that motherfucker won like 6 Super Bowls after that shit. Shannon Sharp is responsible for that shit. Another thing is, I believe that that whole pandemic stuff, I don't know if y'all realize, but before that pandemic, people, you know, they'd be like, I'm dying laughing right now on the floor or whatever. But nobody was putting emojis of the dead inside the emojis. They started, like, before the pandemic, they started putting all these skulls in the emojis. I mean, as an emoji, like, I'm dead. That was like, oh, really, motherfucker? Oh, really? You gonna make fun of me like that? Really? You're dead? Okay. All you motherfuckers dead. You die, motherfucker. After that, man, we had the pandemic. Really, I really believe that is like you laughing at me, making fun of me. You putting emojis of me out there all the time, talking about I'm dead, I'm dying laughing on the floor. Motherfucker, after that, everybody was dying laughing on the fucking floor for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but I'm in a bad space in my life right now, though, man. Yeah, I never thought this shit would happen to me, though, you know. I'm in the friend zone, yo. Yeah, I am. I'm in the friend zone. I've heard about this shit all the time, yeah. I heard about it. I heard that. I heard some of my homies talk about they was in the friend zone all the time. I never understood it, but I mean, I guess maybe I brought it on myself though, because all my friends is like lesbian studs. Yeah, and I'm a sugar daddy to all of them. You know, I blame myself though. Man, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? I love LA, man. All right.
Where can we find you on social media?
Social media, you could find me Chaka Reagan. Yeah, Chaka Reagan. Yeah, Chaka Reagan. CHAKA R like Robert EGAN.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Stand for me, please.
Oh, okay. All right.
Good job.
All right. Thank you.
Let me tell you how to do what you do, right? Oh my God! Can I tell you? I live in a robe, but my husband hates it.
Oh yeah.
I go out in a robe.
I need to, right?
No, it's called Olivia.
It's Palm Springs, baby.
I've never been to Palm Springs, but I've had mattresses with bad springs, and I've had Palm Springs, like in my palm. I've had sorry about that. I guess it's not time for that rug burn joke. But don't have any babies with those white women, because then you can't find those babies on those tan rugs. They all beige babies. You're like, oh, I tripped on one. Is that a bad? It's one of them. You have to look for the nappy hair. If it's really nappy and a mess, it's a white mother. She couldn't do it. And then if they just have like one black eye and blonde hair, it's a black mother. That's my kids. Speaking of America's sweetheart, he's here for you tonight. Get ready, the one and only Mr. Mark Zaffron. I look like a horse. Oh my God, Jennifer. Come this way with this room. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable. I feel like an old man getting up here.
Oh, no,
Talk
pull
about
up.
walk. The worst thing about the walking around in a robe, because I is her husband. All right, is that not only is she walking around in a robe, she's walking around with a bird on her head. I mean, she's starting to be called the Bird Lady of Westwood. But the craziest one is the woman downstairs from us. We live on the 4th floor, and there's a woman on the 1st floor. She has a patio. What part of gravity doesn't this woman get? You see, the first thing she complains about is water. You're pouring water on my patio. No, it's raining, Shoy. All right? Water comes down. All right? There's birdseed. There's birdseed on my patio. No, we haven't been feeding the birds. And then the worst came is, you know that noise? What noise? Those parrots. Anybody notice that? There are flocks of parrots around here. Somebody must have started by letting their pet loose. Unless that's an urban legend. But I heard it all started in Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens burned down. They let all the parrots go. Now they all developed into a special breed of California parrot. Do you know what they do? All right? California parrots. Very pretty. Very high on coke. They have to be. All right? Then the way they have this thing where they fly around 5 times. It's like somebody chasing their tail. Who else? All right? Well, you get down to it. You talk about tails. You talk about women. You talk about wives. All right? Here I was. My knee went out. All right? I'm sorry. My wife blames it on somebody who wouldn't drive me home once when I fell down the stairs. All right? I was drunk. All right? Yeah, but it happens, And the truth of the matter is I'm pretty sure it happened in a massage parlor and she was pushing down too hard on my knee. Well, I don't let them touch anything else. The fuck? All right? It's bad enough we have one down the hall. All right, so here we are, I have to get my knee replaced. Going to the doctor, didn't like him. I don't like any doctor from Harvard. They're too busy paying off the education. Right? So when you get down to it, he tells me I got to get my knee. It's bone on bone. So I live with it. It starts getting bad. So I decide I'm going to finally get the operation. I just realized something while I was getting the operation. I never checked to ask the doctor how much it was. I found out they kept telling me and scheduling me for this, scheduling me for that. They kept me so busy, they didn't want me to know the price. It had to be. It's like watching your wife in a department store with no price tags. So nobody's telling me the price, and you assume this thing's going to be covered by this overly expensive insurance policy I have. No. I looked the doctor up. He's been flying under a false flag all this time, saying he's from USC, where they have to take your insurance. No, he goes out of network. There ain't nothing bigger crime in America than out of network. But that wasn't the point, all right? I go to get checked out and be getting ready for the operation. I can't pass the test. They want to make sure your heart's okay. But, of course, they don't do that first. They do that last. That's after they got the money for the cardiac exam, they got the money for the doctor, and they got money for the CAT scan. First, the insurance company didn't want to pay for the CAT scan of the knee. How dumb are you? I'm getting my knee replaced. You're just going to let it go and pay for it without seeing the CAT scan? The only person who does that is Sunda's dentist. Sunda's dentist used to do your teeth and then say, oh, come over, I have this new x-ray machine. I said, what are you, amortizing it off my insurance? He goes, no, I need the x-rays to prove that, that I did a good job on the teeth. I said, you're supposed to do the x-rays before you pull my teeth, not after. What'd you forget? What else you forget? Is there a little bone left in the hole? So here I am. I'm on my way, and the doctor sends me across the parking lot to the cardiologist. Nice guy who set me up for his tests. First test thing called a calcium test. They put you, under a little mini CAT scan. It's pretty cool. Takes 5 minutes. I go to the calcium test. Then it comes to the first day of the test. I take my wife with me because I learned something. If you don't take them, they're going to tell you you're lying. No matter what you do, you come back from the doctor, they're going to say, you lie. You know you lie. I'm coming the next time. So this time I took it first, all right? He fell asleep. So did I. They had me there. They shoot me full of friggin' radioactive stuff. I'm worried I'm going to turn into the Hulk, all right? Put me in this machine and they're taking pictures. The guy who's doing it is out of his mind. This is like the Lurch of the cardiology world. And so that's the first day. I have to wait 1 day, and I'm wondering why I'm going to wait 1 day. It's because of the medicine, they shut up my veins. There's nothing worse than radioactivity because you're sick. Now, I really feel sorry for people on chemo. They really are sick. So I go back the next day, and I bring my daughter. All right? She walks in, sits down because they're going to give me another radioactive shot. As they're giving me the shot, the guy remembers it, turns around my daughter and said, are you pregnant? She's pissed off because he thinks that she's too heavy. All right? But I get that test, and I'm sick as a dog for the next day. And it's Friday, and I have to bring Sunda back, right? Because it's time to get the results. All right? We get the results, and as the doctor's telling me what it is, she's disappointed that I'm not sick enough. All right? Because in the car, on the way to the cardiologist, she asked me, where's the insurance policies? So I've decided that the whole thing comes down. Folks, please, there's more to this story. The whole thing comes down to what? The doctor turns around to me and goes, you know what the real problem is? I said, yeah, I'm fat. He goes, no, well, what type of doctor is going to give you a brand new $55,000 knee and you know you're not going to be getting up from that table so quickly because you could be too heavy to walk on them crutches and too heavy to get a recovery? And I'm thinking to myself, he's right. So I've decided I'm going to lose weight. I walked home, looked in the mirror, and I said, I'm not fat anymore. Anybody in America can say what they are, and you all have to believe it. It's the new rules. They can say no matter what they are, whatever they say, you got to read. I go to the mirror and I'm thin. I'm thin, and you all got to believe it. You have to validate my own delusions. I am thin. And my new my new pronouns are slim and skinny. And that's what it is, because you could be anything you want in the country today, except what you are. All right? See, you know why? Because as a skinny guy, right, I could do a lot more things. All right? I could fit in. What happens if I've decided I'm skinny and I walk into Xenia and I want to cut a suit that's a small? They got to make it work. Not they got to sell me the small at the lower price, and then they have to alter it to make it fit because I'm thin, and they got to believe my delusion. You know, I was thinking of getting political tonight. I decided against it, but I have one comment to make. So I know everybody feels bad about Rob Reiner. No one wants to be murdered by their own kid, but it says something about you. That's what the one thing we're forgetting, and it says something about the culture out here in Los Angeles. So. If anybody knows who James Carville is, they call him the Raging Cajun. He's way out of touch. Used to work for Clinton. All right? But I'm looking at him and thinking, he said something about Rob Reiner, which you know isn't true. And I'm thinking, are we ever going to believe anything about this guy? But he is where the funniest thing that's happened this month. Everybody's screaming they want the Epstein tapes, the Epstein stuff. And you know what? I think Trump took them all. Because today, you know what they released? A picture of a half-naked Bill Clinton swimming with a naked Ghislaine Maxwell and another woman. You should see all the famous people who are on these tapes. They're all getting what they wanted. And there's 40,000 tapes, and they found 5. All right? One of them had they can't even say where they're taken. They have no metadata. Why? Because these pictures weren't taken on digital cameras. They were Polaroids. Right? There's a Polaroid of Bill Clinton, and she looked good, too. Bill, you can't hardly see. You know, he's just like, he's on his back walking like this, because you know why he's on his back, because he wants to see their titties. You know what happened tonight? When they released that, you know what's happened tonight? You notice Bill Clinton's been walking around with a portable defibrillator? He ain't going to be here tomorrow. Because Hillary's going to kick his ass. That's it. There's my political humor for the night. And we can all look forward to Bill Clinton walking around. No, I didn't mean it, you know. Hillary just got, she just got angry, but I was wearing a bathing suit. Thank you.
Social media.
Yeah, right.
All right.
I'm not on social media for a very good reason. I'm not a comedian, and I once saw my divorce partner at my law firm looking at Facebook. That was 20 years ago. And I said, Sam, what are you doing? Well, I'm checking out a husband. I go, what do you mean? He goes, when they cheat, they're always on Facebook. Never went to social media.
But I catch your ass anyway because you got a colored wife. All right, hello. I'm just kidding. Look at you. You know how you drive a man crazy? Let him go on a business trip and let him come back. And when he's in the bathroom taking a shower, ring the other phone and pick it up. And then say, hi. He left his wallet where? In your room in what country? And you see how long that man stayed in the bathroom. And he ain't been complaining about you all this time. Men can't lie. It's terrible. They can't lie right. They just can't lie right. They can't lie right. I think Shaggy's right. It wasn't me. It's really about that. It really is. It just, oh my God. I'm just thinking of how people just like used to lie to me to my face. I see you with this girl. I see you. It's not your cousin. I see you. But now I'm in LA and in the Persian community, they're like, yes, it is our cousin. But we don't see each other often and they're getting married. I said, but they're first cousins. We call them first cousins. We don't do that. I don't want to marry any of my cousins. I don't like any of my family. Why would I marry them? We're not likable. We're not compatible. One of my cousins said to me today, we may be related. She says, but we're not the same. And I said to myself, yes, we are. You're sober now, and later on tonight you won't be. This has been a very interesting night. Whoa, talk about Viagra for the soul. If you want to get a copy of Kosher Soul Food, you can always get one on my website, sundalive.com. And I also am the author of Kosher Soul Food. Last minute Christmas gifts, it's that time. I can offer you like a really good deal. How many Jews do you know how to throw down with collard greens and black-eyed peas? And, the only thing we can't put in is hog maws and chitlins. But you need matzo balls with collard greens. You really do, because this way you're not going to be at least you have a little bit of roughage and a little like And you've been delightful, delicious, and nutritious. I'm so sorry. Good night. I wasn't rapping right. I'm so exhausted. It's that P. Diddy tape. I mean, not P. Diddy, P. Titty. Right, it's P. Titty.
He made a lot of people with a lot of, boy, he gave a lot of people like content, boy, that's for sure, that boy. They owe P. Diddy money.
They owe him money.
Yeah, he gave people a lot of content.
Oh my God, he had cameras everywhere. Oh my God. Oh, comedians. Guys, I was changing in a room in the village, not in the village, in Manhattan. I'm changing my clothes. I'm taking off my clothes, and out of nowhere, my door, my window that I'm looking in opens and a man walks out. No, the owner. They thought I was stealing because I was black. No, you was peeping because you a freak. You want to be a freak, but you can't help yourself. Most women seeing a man come through like that would be, help, stop, police. I was like, wait a second. Okay, we finished now. Come on. I couldn't talk. Cocaine makes you duck. It's police. I went to my girlfriend's house. She was so high. She said, I said, can I get some water? She goes in the cabinet. I go to the cabinet. There's no handles. In the handles, she stuffed toilet paper. I said, why'd you put toilet paper in the handlebars? She goes, no, I took out the handlebars. I go, I know, but now, why would you do that and put them in the holes? She says, they can't see us. Who are they? Who's taping us? He's taping us. You have to come and join us next time. I'm glad you taped us. Did you have a good time? Absolutely. Right? Right? Right, and look, tonight another black night. Another black night. My husband's black, he can't help it. She's Puerto Rican because she can't help it when she's in New York. And look at Aaron, he's the one, he could be black. Uh-oh, they say he's Dominican. Sigue, chocolate, la abusadora. Good night. Buenas noches.